Yeah.
And I suppose that
That's so young.
makes you look at life and really appreciate what you have.
Yeah, dude.
Even if it's not a lot, man. It's people have had it all and now they have nothing. Like
Yeah.
when you come into this world, you have nothing. When you leave this world, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Anything in between is profit, dude. Like
Yeah.
even
Well,
if you have
either
nothing,
in money or experience or whichever way you
anything,
gained in
whichever
your
way
life.
you look at it, it's just living is benefiting from the fact that you came into this life and you're able to live. And like when you leave, you leave all your possessions and all your millions here with you. You
Well,
don't
it
take
becomes
them
nothing.
wherever you go.
Yeah.
But that's why it's great to have
But that's
artists who can make something you can then live on and
something
listen to
that can
forever.
exist beyond the material,
Yes.
dude.
That's truly great.
Yeah. But even in South Africa, our scene is crazy now with artists.
Dude, I want every person in this country to have their name out there. We have such brilliant minds in this country.
But dude, even at like that one OP that we had where they just said, no, this is only South African artists. We can't bring all the international ones here. It's too expensive. Dude, that was great.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I wouldn't have even realized if they didn't tell me, dude. Everything was so good. I would not have told, dude.
Man. We have so much great talent in this country.
Yeah.
Every single one of my friends I try and promote in what they're doing because I want them to have their names out there, just like I want to have my name out there. As much as anybody wants to be seen.
So we can see the real potential that they hold as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's not because I want to gain anything out of it. I truly believe in.
You just like to see.
I like seeing people succeed. It makes me more hungry to succeed as well.
Dude, like that's what I actually like dig. It's more of like a driving thing for me than a jealousy. Like when I see let's say Kimon playing music. The first time I saw that, I was like, holy fuck, you can do that.
Dude, and what's even crazier
see like Renee on a podcast and I'll be like, what? This is an option. Like when you see other people you know do these things, you're like, what? Like these are options? Like
seeing that, like seeing you do art, it pushes me to want to do the things I love more, you know, whether it's like trading cryptos or gaming even, or just simply like, you know, just having really intimate talks with like close friends or family. Those are what build you. And I believe if you do anything that you love in life, you can never go wrong. Like no matter what it is, as long as you're doing what you love. Like unless it's actually destroying you as a person.
Yeah, that's the thing is there's some things to hold on to that are quite hard to handle. But also if you hold on long enough you might get there. The thing is it's a weird one.
It's honestly all about how you go about doing things and how you learn from your mistakes. Really. It's only ever going to grow you, but you can't be too scared to just jump in head first.
Yeah, make shit happen.
The fact that you're postponing that will never get you anywhere. You will never achieve that goal you want if you don't fail a couple of times first.
Dude, failure is like essential.
It's essential to growing.
Very essential, dude. If you can get used to failure, it no longer stresses you.
Also, I feel
like if something goes wrong, you're like, oh shit, I fucked up again.
Absolutely.
And then you go, but you gotta improve yourself.
You gotta try not to do it again.
Yeah, obviously, you gotta try and improve.
If you let that thing happen again, like you intentionally let it happen again.
Yeah.
Unless it was totally unavoidable twice in a row. But I believe at the end of the day, you also have to take every day one step at a time. You can't expect to just hit the lotto every single day.
Yeah.
You know? And
well, there is good days and bad days, but it's what makes the good days, dude.
That's what makes the good days, bad days, all the bad days. But
also, you gotta know what each is to know what each other is.
All the bad days are really what defines who you are as a person, and what you do with whatever happened and how you learn from it is really going to judge how fast you grow as a person and how you deal with like stresses or things that are barriers in your life that are hard to get through, you know.
Yeah.
And the more you actually break down those barriers, or even try or fail a couple of times and then break down your barriers, you still trying to improve.
Well, you're not going to break a wall with a hammer, dude. Like,
dude, if you try for long enough, I think
eventually you'll get through. But that's the thing, is one of those things, dude.
Absolutely.
It's not going to happen immediately, but over time you'll get there.
And I think a lot of our current world moves so quickly and is so fast paced. Everybody wants to see like quick, immediate results, and
it's not real.
Nothing comes overnight.
But that's the thing, is that even like with cryptos now, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like you as a guy who understands cryptos, like for people who just think, hey, look, there's this Bitcoin that's going up in money, let me throw some money in.
I think like anybody,
it doesn't work
crypto,
like that, dude.
You don't truly really know what is going to happen in the markets.
Yeah.
Like, I think the hardest part about cryptos these days is it's a lot different to like money at all in general. It's almost non-existent money which becomes money.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird concept to understand. And
yeah.
Blockchain technology is so hard to understand sometimes. But I think no matter how much you know, there's still so much to learn, and there's still so many new technologies, and the world is evolving so quickly. You got to constantly be alert and checking these things to keep up. And that's the only way to really,
because you have to be aware of how these things are affecting things. Yeah.
But
you actually have to deeply study this. You can't just go into it.
It's like anything. It's like trading in general is like going to a university first and studying for another 5 years, and then coming back and then only starting your job and like earning small amounts until you eventually become consistent enough to be profitable from it.
Yeah.
But what a lot of the general public don't understand is it's not something you get into and you rich overnight.
Yeah.
Like, you see all these guys, they taking like multiple trades at one point, and he's like got triple his accounts, and it's still going up, man. Like, if you're trading like that, I'm going to be there to laugh at you when you lose all your money, because if you want to be a consistently profitable trader, you cannot waste money like that.
Yeah.
Because
then you're gambling.
Exactly. You are gambling. That is exactly what you're doing. You do not have any methodology to it.
Yeah.
You have no idea, or you might have a good couple of runs, but I promise you there's going to be one where that is the one that kills all that profit you made. Like, you can destroy a week's worth of profit in one day.
Yeah, just making a bad decision. Because it's too erratic.
Like,
I'll do that, dude. I'll go like,
you can't
Elon Musk is going on SNL, and then you're checking me dips the whole thing, and then you're like, what?
Attached to it.
Yeah.
Attached to it. It's just trading in general, and even people in general have a huge effect on the market. Like, people of power, like, for instance, Elon Musk, there's all this stuff in the news about him, and he's going on, I don't know, man. I think he's going like through like the midlife crisis. No offense to Elon Musk. I love the guys from South Africa. Whoop whoop. Big up to him. But at the end of the day, like, he's affecting real markets with real people's money, and it's almost market manipulation by going on a rant and posting things that you know will intentionally pump the price of a certain coin like Doge and it's so bizarre to see something like Dogecoin making a lot of people a lot of money, myself included.
And it's a random, and it was a random thing that was a joke, dude.
And it's so funny how that started off as like a meme, as a joke, and like real people's money is being made and lost every day. But I think also people don't understand enough about blockchains or crypto in general, that they are uneducated in the sense that they're willing to put money in it and lose all their money, and then they're too scared to want to continue, you know, because like losing money is part of the process.
You have to put in, get out.
But
you're not gonna land every job.
You can make good
Yeah.
educated decisions, and you can be like,
And anything can
very
happen that's out of your
profitable, but
control, yeah.
it's not something, and you got to learn every day because markets are ever changing. People's methods and psychology is changing, and everybody's trying to find out a new way to make money. And just in general, everybody wants a piece of the cake. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to.
Well, the scary thing I'm seeing nowadays is because of COVID. Like, do you know all of those movies where it's like a gambling society, like sort of a thing? Like because the shit's like shut down and all you can do is gamble. It looks it's a lot like that, dude. COVID made a lot of people struggle. And then there's a lot of ads for these things to go make easy money. But obviously that's a myth always. Remember, that's always a myth.
That's how these trading gurus will trick you.
But that's the thing is most of those guys I've seen so many guys saying how to make money. But it looks like all they do is make an instructional video selling how to make money.
And that's all they do.
And that's how they make their money.
The only actual money they're making is off YouTube paying them for their couple of thousand. But that guy's not actually doing like.
And you get paid nasty for those adverts if you're doing those.
Like, you can't be taught how to trade by someone who doesn't trade and who hasn't felt real emotions when they lost or made money.
Yeah.
And like, unless you're in that time of your life, like I do it as a side hustle because I simply don't have enough to live off of it. But you know, I can say I have a lot more than I started with because I've been patient. You know, like.
But you've probably gotten more returns than you would have from a bank, let's say.
Well, absolutely, yes, and I've had more.
But
returns.
that's also with an educated approach to
exactly.
it.
So like crypto, that's a good point. So if you had known crypto, if you had known Bitcoin was going to hit $50,000 for one Bitcoin, would you have bought when it was at $1? Obviously.
Yeah.
But when that technology came into existence, everybody was like very skeptical.
Dude, it was like e-wallet, dude. It was just some side thing that oaks are like, okay. And some oak bought a pizza for a ridiculous amount.
Like, people are scared to try new things that they don't know about. And there's a lot of. It was a good way in the beginning for a lot of people to become scammers and scam you out of money. Yeah. Was through Bitcoin. That's like largely how a lot of
this one dude, I don't even do any of that shit. But I watched this one guy, Coffeezilla, dude. Yeah. And dude, he explains so much, dude. Like he'll put Oak straight up on a show and just start talking to them, dude. or just be like, okay, no, this guy did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Don't do that. Like very straightforward.
That's cool.
But also he's just had random things in between that are also quite funny and also just quite not about cryptos either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he does a lot of random things. There are a lot of
channels like that which give you good informational advice, but also is good content to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's not just.
Well, for me, that doesn't like get involved in cryptos or anything. It's nice to at least know a little bit about what's going on or how these oaks are fucking around with people or this and that.
Also,
just so you don't get like locked up in some shit, dude.